Welcome to Panther Sports, your one-stop shop for all things athletic at High Point University. I'm your host, Travis Woody. The High Point University men's and women's basketball teams were at it again this week, one in hopes to continue their undefeated conference run, and the other aspiring to snap a 4-game losing streak. Last Thursday, the High Point University men's basketball team traveled to the mountains to face the Bulldogs of UNC Asheville. Though HBU junior Corey Law grabbed 14 rebounds in the game, giving him over 500 for his career, the excellent second-half shooting displayed by the Bulldogs proved too much for the Panthers to handle. Asheville shot 60% from the floor during the second half and pulled away for a decisive 90-70 victory. High Point sophomore Xavier Martin led the team with 14 points. Branimir Mikulik and Shay Shine both had 13 points in the 20-point Panther loss. A short 2 days later, the Panthers found themselves in a tight battle with the Winthrop University Eagles. Senior Shay Shine led High Point with 23 points as the Panthers overcame a 12-point deficit to topple Winthrop 52-47. The Eagles led from opening basket to the waning minutes of the game, but in the end, the Panthers found a way to snap their 5-game losing streak before heading home to face Presbyterian College this Thursday at 7 p.m. Winthrop University experienced a double dose of Panther athletics this past Saturday as the High Point University women's basketball team rolled into Rock Hill, South Carolina. With a win against the Eagles, the Lady Panthers would be 8-0 in Big South Conference play for the first time in team history. Though Winthrop's zone defense frustrated the Lady Panthers at times throughout the game, the dynamic duo of Shamia Brown and Cheyenne Parker was just too much for the Eagles to overcome. Both Brown and Parker posted double-doubles for High Point University. Senior Shamia Brown led the Lady Panthers with 24 points to go along with her 10 rebounds. Sophomore sensation Cheyenne Parker had 13 points of her own, tied her own High Point University Division I record of 22 rebounds, and had a career-high 9 blocked shots, 1 block away from High Point U's first triple-double. The Lady Panthers eventually pulled out the victory 58-53, keeping their undefeated conference record and handing the Eagles their 10th loss overall and their 4th in Big South Conference play. Last night, the Lady Panthers played Presbyterian College in Clinton, South Carolina. With a 26-point effort, junior Aaron Reynolds led High Point in a very tight game where neither team was able to build a lead of more than 5 points during the opening half. Shamia Brown was the only other Panther to score in double digits, but the team's overall performance was strong enough to capture the win. The 63-51 victory keeps High Point atop the Big South with a 9-0 conference record. The Lady Panthers take on Radford at home this Saturday and look forward to hosting the conference's second-place team, the Liberty University Flames, on Monday, February 6th. High Point is the only team in the Big South Conference to beat Liberty so far this season. The cold and some days not so cold weather hasn't kept the High Point University track and field team from competing at a high level. When we return, we will discuss how the High Point men and women fared at the North Carolina Invitational. Don't go anywhere.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Panther Sports. Before the break, we mentioned that despite it being the middle of winter, HPU's men's and women's track and field teams continued to set records for the school and for themselves. This past weekend, the Panthers competed in the University of North Carolina Invitational and posted multiple personal records in the process. Patrick Crawford ran a 4-minute, 22-second mile, a personal record and the second fastest collegiate finish in the event. Justin Dorr recorded a personal record in the 200-meter dash with a time of 22.95 seconds. Dorr won his heat and finished 4th overall. Senior Mike Farrow set a personal record in the 800-meter, finishing the race in just over 2 minutes and 1 second. Farrow placed 6th in the event. Overall, the men's track and field team displayed a solid performance in Chapel Hill. The women's track and field team also competed in the UNC Invitational, though it was a considerably light day of competition. High Point's Manika Gamble won her heat in the 200-meter dash with a time of 25.43 seconds. Gamble's time was the second fastest time overall in the event. Gamble also competed in the 60-meter hurdles and finished in 8.66 seconds, which is a High Point University school record. With strong finishes from Kaylee Perry and Caitlin Whittington, the Panthers are looking forward to the Big South Championship. Both the men's teams and the women's teams will be back in Chapel Hill this weekend to compete in the Kent Taylor Invitational. Coming up after the break, Matt Perry sits down with HBU basketball player Branimir Mikulik. We'll be right back.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to Panther Sports. Matt Perry got the chance to sit down with Branimir Mikulik and discuss the fact that High Point University is far from the upbringing he was used to in Europe. Let's take a look.
Ja dolazim iz Hrvatske. Ja igram košarku za High Point University. Košarka je jako popularan sport u Hrvatskoj i mnogo mladih se bavi košarkom i želi se baviti košarkom. I started playing basketball in my 7th grade. I was really tall for my age, so I decided to try play basketball because basketball is sport for tall people. The hardest thing to pick up was basketball technique and just situation where you need to be on the court. Between European style and American style, because American style is way faster than European style because players are more athletic, but European style is more skilled and way slower than in America. I made that decision because I wanted to play basketball and study at the same time. Back home, we can't play basketball and study at the same time. After high school, we need to decide, or we're gonna go play professional, or we gonna go and study. The hardest thing was because that was a junior college. Everybody wants to score. Everybody wants to improve their game. So it kind of was really tough. But I also have a time to improve my game and everything. So other coaches from Division I schools, they saw that. So that's also a reason why I came here at High Point University. Future goal is play as much as I can, just improve my basketball and everything. So my plan is to go back to Europe and play in some country over there. And after that, because I have diploma, so I can find the job really easy. Moje ime je Branimir Mikulić I ja studiram za High Point University.
Mikulik played 2 seasons at Santa Fe College in Gainesville, Florida, before transferring to High Point University. At Santa Fe, the 6'8" forward earned second-team All-Mid-Florida Conference honors in 2010-2011. He played in 31 games, averaging over 8 points and 6 rebounds per game, and shot 38% from behind the arc. In the 2009-2010 season, Mikulik was ranked second in the state in three-point percentage. That's about all the time we have for today's show. Be sure to tune in next time as we talk with sophomore thrower Stephen Scally, who is already breaking High Point University track and field records. We'll see you then.